morning. All right, I'm sure that y'all are a little stiff. I'm a little stiff. I'm a lot of stiff. I've spent a lot of time like this, curled up. And so I just feel like we need to open up our chests today, trying to stay warm and all cuddled up in blankets and plethora of jackets. My feet and legs all drawn up in. So I just feel like we need to be open today. So that's my plan for today, is open everything up. So find your comfortable seat, kind of move around a little bit. Get out any wiggles. Feel any tension you have, any soreness you have, any place that's kind of irritated or tired of being in a particular position, achy from sleep, achy from the week of cold weather. And I just want you to be mindful of them, pinpoint them. Of course, if you have pain, you probably can't forget about it, and as we go about our practice today, I want you to breathe into the parts that are speaking to you today. So bring yourself to stillness, root through your sit bones, lengthen through the crown of your head, and just start to feel your breath take over your thoughts. Be mindful of the rise and fall of the chest. Maybe you feel your shoulders rise as well. Allow your belly to protrude on your inhale. And allow your belly to draw within on an exhale. Allow the thoughts that are bouncing around in your mind to just remain on the outskirts. And just breathe. Think about what you're thinking about at this moment. Are you focused on your breath, or have you followed a tangent? Draw it back to the breath. To drop your right ear to the right side. Flip your left hand over, palm up on your lap. Just breathe into the left side of your body, the neck, shoulder. Focusing on your breath, letting your other thoughts push to the outside edges of your brain, your consciousness. Tuck your chin and slowly, very slowly, start to roll forward. Let the stretch move along the outer neck into the back part of the neck, next to the spine. Pause in the center, flip your left hand over, lift your head back up. Take 2 big breaths. After you finish your second breath, start to dip your left ear to the left shoulder and flip your right hand over. Relaxing the back of the hand on the lap. Breathe into the neck, shoulder, chest, upper back, wherever you feel tension. Allow the body to move with the breath, rising and falling. Tuck your chin and very slowly start to move, rolling it forward. Opening the side of your neck, into the back of your neck, pausing at the center. Flip your right hand over, lift your head up, 2 big breaths. Nice and slow. Connect with your posture. And just with your lower, like if you could section yourself right underneath your rib cage, right at your rib cage area, from your back, I want you to pull your belly in to push your back backwards, and then I want you to push your belly forward. So we're just creating some movement in our low spine. Keep your shoulders relaxed, don't hunch forward. Pushing your belly forward and pull your belly in. Create movement in your low back. Try to relax your legs. Try to relax your back muscles. Just using the movement of your breath and your belly to pull and push. And then find your neutral low back. Take 2 big breaths. We're going to do the same thing with the upper back. So I want you to think of drawing your breastbone into your spine, shoulders come forward. And then I want you to take your shoulders back, bring your breastbone forward and up slightly. And then draw it back, rounding the upper back. And again, you're sectioned right below your chest, so you're not moving your low back. You're not moving your belly. You're just alternating between upper back, forward and back. Imagine that when you take your breastbone into the back, you open your vertebrae along the back of the spine. And when you take your breastbone forward, you open the vertebrae along the front of the spine. And then bring yourself to a neutral upper back. And take 2 big breaths. Now on the right side, I want you to bring your hand up like you're gonna do a karate chop. So your palm is facing the left side. Your elbow is close. You're gonna inhale, reach up, little bend over. Exhale, drop back and line everything back up. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, draw everything back. That's twice. We're gonna do it 5 times. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, draw it back. Opening up the spine. This is the 4th along the right side. One last one. And back down. Relax the hand down. And shake out a little bit if you want to before we do the left side. But you want to find your neutral, and I want you to take your 2 big breaths. Left side. Karate chop hand, palm is facing towards the right. We're gonna inhale, take it straight up in space, lean a little right, exhale, come right back down. Inhale up, lean over, opening the spine up on the left side. That's 2. Only go as far as you have enough space for breath. This is our 4th one. And you got 1 more. And when you come back to neutral, realign yourself, your clothing. Mine's clothing's pulling to one side, hands in lap. Find your neutral, find a couple of breaths. Take your right arm out to the side, palm face forward, open palm. And I want you to inhale and take the arm back in space. Exhale, take the arm forward in space, not moving the torso. You're just inhaling and opening right back. Exhaling, bringing right forward. You don't have to come all the way forward. Just when you run out of breath, start going the other direction. You're just moving with the breath. Doing 5 of these. That was 3 for me. I'm on my 4th one. Last one. On your exhale, return your hand to your lap. Find your neutral spine. If you moved, take your 2 big breaths. And to the left side. Arm out to the side, palm facing forward. You're going to inhale and take your arm back in space. Exhale, bring your arm forward. Whenever you run out of breath, just stop and go backwards on your inhale. You're not forcing any stretch. You're just using your breath to get some dynamic stretching in the shoulder, in the chest, and in the back. I think that was 4 for me. What happens when I talk and I don't count? And I'm going to say that's my 5th one. If you need to do one more, do one more. Shake it out, hands to your lap. Find your neutral and take 2 nice big breaths. Every time we get to the breathe spot, just nestle into the breath. Lengthen from the crown, root through the sit bones. I want you to scoot yourself forward. Forward a little bit in your chair. And we're going to utilize the back of our chair. So we're going to turn, we're going to do a rotation. So I want you to length up nice and tall. Imagine that there is a rod in your belly button pointing forward. So your belly button does not move. It's going to be mostly upper body with our breath. So you're going to take a deep breath, inhale, turning shoulder to the right and back. Exhale, come back forward. Inhale, turn. Exhale, forward. Now you might have more breath than you have mobility in turning. So just pause and finish your inhale or pause and finish your exhale. Imagine keeping that belly button right forward. And after you finish 5, face forward. I feel like I'm heavy on the right side now. So I'm ready to do the left side. Inhale, open to the left side, twist. Exhale, forward. Keep that belly button facing forward. Push the shoulder back. Move with your breath. Don't allow your body to move until that breath is ready to go. This is my last one. And relax. We're going to turn to the side on one cheek. And we're going to open up our lower body with our breath. So I got to move my towel blanket out of the way. So we're actually going to move our leg up and down. Okay, we're going to move it up in this fashion. Okay, so when we're going to inhale, we're going to take the leg back, opening up as far as you feel comfortable or as much breath as you have, and then exhale, draw the knee back up to a parallel to the floor. Inhale, slide your foot back. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, slide it back. You can push the heel out if you want. Inhale, bring it back up. I think this is 4 for me. Last one. Inhale, open up. Exhale, draw it back in. And then I want you to take your outside arm, whatever arm that is, and I want you to lean over to the back of the chair. And you can actually lean up against the chair if you want to. And kind of drape yourself over it and feel opening through the hip, through the side body. Feel so completely supported, leaning over the back of the chair. And rather than relying on this muscle to pull you back up, I want you to use your arm to push yourself back up. And we're going to turn around and go to the other side. Coffee. One cheek on and one off. Make sure you're holding on to the back. Inhale, slide leg back as far as you feel comfortable. Exhale, bring that thigh up to be parallel with the other. Inhale, slide back. Exhale, bring it up. Keep your belly button pulled in, slide back. Up. Inhale, slide back. This, I believe, is my fifth one, because obviously I can't count well. I seem to be able to count 3 and talk at the same time, but 5 is pushing my limits. After you hit your 5, legs are parallel. Outside arm is going to come right up to the side, up and over your head, hanging over your head if you want to. Lean on the back of that chair. And imagine that the side of your chest is reaching towards the ceiling. So you're really opening up through your hip, through your ribs. Breathe. Now, instead of using these muscles to pull you up that are completely stretched out, put that hand on the back of your chair and push yourself up. And walk around to the front. And move a little bit. Get out any kinks. We're going to stand up and do some balance. I'm sure everybody's balance is spot on today, right? So come up and do some balance. We're going to put our foot on the chair. So have your chair positioned in a way that you can hold on if you need to. You can either have the back of the chair away from you or off to the side so that you can hold on. And I'm actually a little warm, Jeanette, so this is coming off. Big surprise. All right, so stand far away enough from your chair so that when you put your knee or your foot up, your knee is over your ankle and the supporting leg, your hip is over your ankle down below. So everything is still lined up. You don't want your leg way out in front or tucked in too tight, okay? So putting that foot on the chair, and I want you to try and find your balance with barely touching the back of the chair or whatever is around you that you're using for balance to assist. Just try and do it with just touching with one finger. Your supporting knee is soft. Your gaze is forward, looking at the floor. Find a little focal point to focus on. And we're going to inhale and draw our hips back in space. Exhale, push our hips forward in space. So let me turn to the side so you can kind of see what I mean. So we're keeping everything knee over ankle and hip over ankle on the back. We're going to inhale and draw this back. Exhale, push forward, pull the belly in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, and you're pushing your hips forward, so you might be squeezing your one butt cheek that's on the floor. One more, I think. Exhale, push forward. and then level everything back up. The straight leg, I want you to take the hand that belongs to the straight leg and I want you to take it across that thigh. Now the hand that's with the bent leg, you're going to inhale up, lengthen, exhale, rotate over the bent leg, bring your arm down around behind you like you're going to pat your bottom and just let it hang there. Stay tall and breathe. Slowly start to rotate back. Release your leg. Walk it out. You can switch your chair if you want to, or you can just turn around. I'm going to switch so that you can see me still. Make sure when you put the other leg up, we're switching legs now. Make sure that your supporting hip is over your supporting ankle and your bent knee is over the ankle of the bent leg. Find your focal point somewhere out in front of you. Soften your back knee so it's not locked straight. Lengthen through the crown of your head and practice just holding on with one finger to whatever you're using to help with your balance. Just one finger. Draw that belly in to help support that balance. Inhale, slide hips back. Exhale, slide hips forward, squeeze glute, pull belly into spine. Inhale, slide hips back. Exhale, slide them forward. Inhale, slide back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. I think that was 5. I'm going to do one more. It might have been 4. You do what you need to do. Exhale, forward. Find your neutral, lengthen up tall. Now the hand that's on the supporting leg, that arm is going to come across over to the thigh. The arm for the bent leg is going to inhale up tall, lengthen tall, then exhale, rotate over bent leg and let the arm come around the back like you're going to pat yourself on the bottom and just let your arm hang back there. Belly drawn in. Slowly start to take your chest back over, unwinding, release your foot, shake it out. Good job. I know that's on one leg for a little bit of time. Good hip opener for the hip flexors. I want to go ahead and stand behind your chair. Wide leg, bend at your hip, come forward and do a little back of our leg opening. If we've been curled up cold, we've had our knees bent a lot, not really straight. We're trying to conserve our energy. Have your legs open, your knees are soft. And I want you to rock forward, bringing your weight onto the front of your forefoot, and then rock back, take your weight to your heels. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Opening up the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. On your 5th breath, as you exhale back, I want you to hold and take 2 big breaths while you're reaching your glutes to the back wall. A little more stretch in the hamstrings, wiggle your toes. And slowly bring your hips back over the feet, shake out the legs. We're going to forward bend. You have 3 choices. You can go to elbows, you can go to forehead, or you can just move that chair out of the way and you can just lean over into a full wide leg forward bend. A little bend in your knees to release the hamstrings. If the hamstrings feel too tight, which is the back of your thighs, just bend into your knees more. Breathe. Squeeze your butt, pull your belly in, slowly roll yourself up. All the way up, tall, deep breath. Exhale, arms down. Heel toe, walk your feet together. We're gonna do a forward fold with our feet under our hip joints. So again, we can do the same thing. You can just come down to your elbows or come down to your forehead, or we eliminate the chair completely. Deep breath up. Hinge at your hips, bend your knees, flatten your back, come forward and down, and round over, either to your elbows, to your forehead, or without the chair. Bending your knees a little bit more if your hamstrings are too tight today. Pull your belly into your spine first, squeeze your butt, and then start to move up. Bringing your head on top, take a nice deep breath. Exhale, and let's go to the floor. We're gonna go seated first. Make sure y'all can still see me when I get to the floor. Yes, you can. Give you a few moments to make it to the floor. Actually, give you a few moments as an excuse to drink a coffee. You don't have to sit completely cross-legged. You could cross one leg if you want. I do want at least one leg crossed. And we're going to do it twice, so we'll have the opportunity to switch. But if you can sit cross-legged, they don't have to be stacked on top of each other like you see in yoga. They don't have to have the top of your foot up in your groin area. Just a gentle cross leg. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Draw your excess booty up if you need to. So you're sitting into your sit bones. I want you to start to have they have that flat back, and you're just going to start to lean that flat back forward. Reach your arms out, walk with your fingertips. Keeping your back straight, pull your belly into your spine. Support your low back. As we come forward, our low back takes a lot of the load. If you pull that belly in nice and tight, it will relieve some of that load from the back. Not yet reaching our shoulders forward. Walk as far as you can. Breathe. Now maybe you want to round your shoulders forward and drop your head, and it allows you to walk a little bit further with your fingers. Keep the belly pulled in. One more big breath. Slowly start to walk yourself first to a flat back. Keep your belly in, and then all the way up. Nice and tall. Now, if you have one leg out and one leg in, switch. And if you're sitting cross-legged, switch. Switch your feet to the uncomfortable version. Okay, we're going to do it again. Nice and tall, booty pulled up if you need to. Make sure you're rooted in your sit bones. And slowly start to bring flat back forward. Draw the belly into the spine, give it support. Fingertips are walking forward without rounding shoulders. Just imagine you kind of have a frozen shoulder and you can't round it forward. You're just like a zombie. You can only stick your arms out so far. And then when you're ready, if you want to, round your upper back, shoulders come up and forward and up. Drop your head, walk your fingertips forward further. Really pull the belly in strong to the back. One more big breath. Slowly start to walk your hands into a flat back first, and then walk up. And relax, legs out in front. I'm gonna turn to the side. Legs out in front. Pull your booty up if you want. Hands are gonna come to the back hips. You can be on your knuckles. You can be on your palm. You can be in spider hands or fingertips. And you're just gonna take your chest up towards the ceiling, head back, draw your shoulder blades together like you're trying to hold a piece of thread between your shoulder blades. Opening up your chest some more. Take 2 big breaths. And as your last breath melts into an exhale, slowly start to bring your chest back down. Head back to neutral, shoulders forward. Release your hands, draw your knees up. Now you can just find a gentle way to get down onto the floor, or if you want to practice your rolling back, you can. Drawing your hands behind your thighs, really round your back, pull your belly in, and slowly start to roll back until gravity takes you. And then just, you can either rock and roll, or do some flopping, whichever you want to do first to start with. We're going to just do some intuitive movement to start with. Put your feet flat on the floor, knees in the air. Make sure that you're even from shoulders to hips. Feet are hip width apart. And I just want you to breathe for a moment. How does your body feel different from when we started? Do you feel open in the places that need open? Do you feel like you worked a little bit? One more breath. And now I want you to utilize your lower torso, just like we did when we were seated. We inhaled and pushed our belly forward. And then we exhaled and we pulled our belly in and we rounded our low back only. So instead of rounding, we're flattening it against the floor. Inhale, open, belly big, makes your back arch. Exhale, push the back into the floor. That's 3 breaths for me. Do 2 more. Make them nice and big and make your movement nice and slow. When you inhale and put your belly up, try not to use your back to force the belly up. Just use the belly. Like you're pretending to have a big belly. And then bring yourself to that neutral spine. Walk your feet to the outside edges and flop side to side, nice and slow. Find a flop rhythm that works with your breath. Trying to keep your breath nice and slow. It's going to make your legs slow down. And I want you to play with the alternatives of breathing out when you draw your legs back up, or or breathing in when you draw your legs back up, and see which one is easier or which one feels more natural. I will tell you that an exhale on a lift of legs lets your belly muscles help your hip flexor muscles. And when you're ready, I want you to just leave your legs on the left side. Put a support underneath the outer left thigh if you need to support your back. If your back's getting too much of a pull, you can flex your feet, support your knees if your knees feel like they need support. You can pull your belly into your spine to give you a little bit more back support. And just breathe. We're not pushing through our glute today, unless you feel like that would give you some more support, or you just feel like you want to do that today. Take a nice deep breath. As you exhale, draw the belly in, draw the legs up, and flop side to side a few more times, prepping for the right side. Go ahead and take the knees over to the right. When you're ready, rolling up on the outside edges of your feet. Put some support underneath the outer right thigh if you need to. Although we're kind of relaxing our legs over to the right, we don't want to relax, be to a state of relaxation that causes pain. So that's why if you feel like your knees ache a little bit, flex your feet. Take your calves out of relaxation, support the knees. If the back still feels like it's being pulled a little bit, pull the belly in. Taking your torso out of relaxation, but supporting the joint that needs it. You can keep the glute relaxed or you can press it forward slightly. It's totally up to you. Make sure that you're using the muscles that the joint needs for support and you're letting the others relinquish to the stretch. Take another breath. Nice big breath, fill up your lungs. On your exhale, pull the belly into the back, draw the knees up, and then do a couple more flops to release any tension. They don't have to be big ones, they can be little ones. It can just be movement of the hips and knees. Or you can go ahead and draw your knees in and roll if you want, or just hold the knees up and pause and breathe. Relax feet on the floor. Put your right arm down next to your body where your pinky is on the floor. Your thumb is towards the ceiling. Your shoulder is relaxed on the right side. Now imagine that your actual shoulder is attached to the floor. It won't lift up. You're going to take a deep breath. Exhale and start to bring the arm up. Shoulders attached to the floor. Don't take it off the floor, leading with the thumb. Bring the hand right over the top of the shoulder. And then slowly let it float down. Back down right next to your body. Touch with your pinky. Deep breath. Exhale initiates the movement. Right over the shoulder, lower back down. Pinky touches, and take a deep breath. Exhale, initiates movement, lead with the thumb up. Keep that shoulder rooted into the ground. Bring it a little bit higher than shoulder level and then take it back down. We're gonna do, that was 3, we're gonna do 4. Take a deep breath. Exhale, initiate movement. Root the shoulder into the floor. Really feel your body pushing into the shoulder, into the floor. Bringing that arm up a little bit higher. Leading with the thumb, go as far as you feel comfortable. Push the shoulder into the floor. And when you're ready, start taking it back the other direction. All the way to the floor. Relax that arm. Do whatever you want with it and let it relax. We're going to do the left side. Arm comes along the body. Pinky's on the floor. Thumb is towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath. Exhale, initiate movement. Push shoulder blade into the floor. Bringing the hand up over the right over the shoulder. And then start taking it back down. Feel as if that shoulder, upper back, is anchored into the floor like a lever. Pinky touches the floor. Take a deep breath. Exhale, initiate movement. Start to lift. Push into that shoulder. Right over the shoulder and back down. Pinky touches the floor. Take a deep breath. Exhale and initiate movement, pushing into the shoulder. A little bit higher this time, and then right back down when you're ready. You know, the top of your humerus, your upper arm bone is kind of rounded. Imagine that that rounded part of the bone is what's rooted into the floor. Last one, big breath. Exhale, root and initiate movement. Start lifting up. Take it up as high as you feel comfortable. Keep pushing that head of the ulna into the floor. When you're ready, start going back the other direction. All the way down to the floor. Relax, release the hands. Move the shoulder a little bit. Give yourself a hug, wrapping both arms around. Just let your hands dangle on opposite sides. Elbows are towards the ceiling. And I want your elbows level with your shoulders. So if you're female, you kind of have something in the way, so you have to do it up high. If you're a male, just make sure you're drawing them up. Open your arms up, lead with your hands. Feel your shoulders touch the floor again. And now we're gonna cross, give ourselves a hug and put the other arm on top this time. You're not really hugging, you're just flopping them over. That's the sound of Shavasana. Take one more breath. And then start opening your arms back up. Take those shoulders to the floor. Relax your arms. Get all your creature comforts together for Shavasana. Your blankets, your pillows, your eye masks. Make sure your back is supported. Putting something under your knees. Getting the last of your jitters out. Take a moment, find your point of inactivity. No more fidgeting, no more situating, no more scooching, no more twitching. As soon as I tell you that, your body finds something it needs to be fixed. So go ahead and fix it. Last chance. Closing your eyes if they're not already. You're covered in an eye mask. Just start to bring yourself into your breath. Imagining that right at the center of your brain is the focus of your breath. And imagining that on the outside edges are the thoughts that are begging for your attention. And just imagine that you've cleared the space between that center focus and the outside edges. You've created that defined boundary. Draw inward to that center focus of your breath. Be aware of your toes, where they are in space, how they feel on your body. Draw your awareness up your foot like a sock, over the heel. Focus on your breath. Take your awareness back to your heel, drawing it up your calves into the backs of your knees. Draw that up and over the top of your knee. Drawing it up your thighs, into your hips. And then focus on your breath, into that center focal point, clearly defined away from other thoughts. And bring your awareness to your fingers, where they're located in space, how they feel. And imagining putting on gloves, drawing that awareness up through the palms and into the wrist. And then focus on your breath. Draw the awareness back to your wrists, drawing it up your forearm into your elbow. Around the ball of the elbow, up the arms. And up and over the tops of the shoulders and into the shoulder joints. And take your awareness back to your breath. A clearly defined focal point of breath, of in and out, of rise and fall. Feel the attachment point of each hip and each shoulder. And imagine them drawing towards each other, towards the center mass of your body. Imagine that their energies connect right at the center. Feel the front half of your torso. And feel the back half. Draw the energy from the center of your torso and imagine it flowing up your spine into your neck, up over the back of your head, down over your forehead and your eyes, your jaw, back down over your throat, down your breastbone, and right back to the center. Draw yourself back to the focal point of breath. And imagine that those thoughts out there on the outskirts just fall off a cliff. Envisioning that cliff before you. Feeling the breath of the cool air. Anything that does not matter at this moment falls off the cliff. Feel the sun, see the blue sky, and imagine what is over the other side of your cliff. Is it a mountain valley or a beach? Is it lush and green? Is it rocky? Is it more desert-like? Standing just far enough away to be safe and feel comfortable. Or maybe you want to step closer and peek over the edge. The structure of the earth creates wind in your hair and on your face. The temperature of the air changes in your breath. I want you to fill in as much details of your cliff experience as you can. Colors. Maybe they're birds. Maybe there are sounds. And what feelings overcome you standing over this cliff, looking out over the great world? Keep yourself in your safe space, in your safe distance. To not allow any anxieties or fear of heights to rise. Enjoy the peacefulness, the beauty, the sanctuary, the calm, and connect it with your heart. Allow yourself to get lost in your vision for 3 or 4 more breaths. Maybe imagine that you're soaring with the sound of the music, like an eagle over the cliff. Take one more nice big breath, taking all the last bits of your vision into your body. And gently exhaling yourself back into your body, back into your space. Feeling the front half of your body over the back half. feeling whatever's touching your body, rooted in, the clothing, whatever you're lying on, the temperature of the air and the sounds around you. Imagining that those thoughts on the outside edges are starting to creep closer to your focal point. Ready for you to awaken, ready for you to return. Begin wiggling your fingers and toes, moving wrists, ankles, knees, elbows, shoulders, hips, back, neck, creating space in as many joints as you can, creating movement. And we're going to do opposite side stretches today. So straighten out your right leg and right arm and lengthen them in opposite directions. And relax. And then we're going to switch left side. Left arm, left leg, lengthen in opposite directions. And relax. Draw one knee at a time into your chest. Roll a few times if you want to. Or just pause for breath. And gently roll over onto your side. Stack shoulders, hips, knees. Allow gravity to transition from the back body to side body. Support your head. Drink your water today. I know my water is down over this last week. Hopefully that fill our bodies back up. Gently walk yourself up into a seated position. Peeling yourself off the floor, off the mat, whatever you have there. Find a comfortable seat, tall spine. We're just going to roll our shoulders forward, up, back, and down a couple of times. And then go the other direction, back, up, forward a couple of times. And then relax. Take your right ear to right side. Lift the chin a little bit, and then tuck and roll over to the left. Lift the chin a little bit. Tuck and roll to the center. Pull the chin in tighter, opening the back of the neck. And then lift up, chin to ceiling. Allow your jaw to relax and open, but close your lips. And bring your head back to neutral. Rotate to the right. And breathe. And then rotate over to the left. And take a breath. And rotate back forward. Right arm only. Inhale up and over to left side. When you're ready to exhale, just return to neutral. Left side, inhale up and over. And exhale back to neutral. Both arms, inhale, arms up. Lengthen from sit bones to tips of fingers. Exhale down. Last breath, breathing up. Hands come together overhead. Exhale, hands down to your chest, allowing your eyes to flutter open. And namaste.